my next question would be keeping the balance between perhaps work and family. I've got 2 young boys. Fitting them in amongst everything else. How do you do that? I do bath time, bedtime, reading, then I'm back to work.
Yeah.
So it's fitting that into that weekly structure as well.
So I wrote a book called Routine Equals Results. It's a very short book, a very quick book, basically how to compartmentalise your diary to master your time, your planning and your life. And it's a very simple thing. It's not profoundly complicated, but people just don't do it. Yeah. And that is from the minute you get up to the minute you go to bed, you create a compartmentalised diary structure. And for some people it's every 15 minutes, for some people it's every 30 minutes, some people it's every hour. It depends on how much you've got to do. And you compartmentalise in everything you do, or you want to do. Now, many people will remember this famous analogy. I forget the origin of it, but I refer to it in the book, where I think the lecturer was talking about a jar and put big rocks into the jar and asks the students if the jar is full. And they say yes. And then he gets some smaller pebbles and he can fit them around the rocks. Is the jar full? Yes. Then he may get some gravel. Is the jar full? Yes. Then sand and then water. And I extended that analogy in the book. And sand and water are totally menial tasks, you know, debates on Facebook, getting into arguments, you know, just like research for the sake of it, getting, you know, you go on a website and then you're on another one, you're looking for new cars even though you can't afford it. That'd be sand. Water is everyone else's emergencies that, you know, where they're, Steve, you've got to help me, oh shit, and you're in the middle of something important and it's their emergency and they convince you to help them, and you're fixing their shit and not yours. That's water. And that's all the stuff that you need to completely block. Now that won't fit in if there's no space or if there's a lid on the jar. Now the rocks are the most important things in your life and only you can ascertain what they are. Well, of course, with your wife and with your kids, you can ascertain that. But what you do is you go, what's most important to me in my life? And that might be business, health and fitness, family time, and, you know, one hobby you've got, cricket. And they're the 4 most important things. And so you compartmentalise them in. Now you have a commercial reality that you have to work. So you might, you know, have 4 hours a day where you're going to fit that in. I always have dinner with my kids, 5 to 6. I've been playing football with Bobby 6 to half 6. Of course, I put golf as the biggest priority in for my son. And that's all compartmentalised in. Gemma and I, you know, when we were both busy doing our own thing, stopped sort of seeing each other, really. We lived in the same house, but I didn't stop seeing each other, but we actually didn't see each other. So, you get that. So we put, and it wasn't always on me, by the way, it was sometimes on her. So we put 2 date nights in a week. And, you know, in the evenings, we keep free after sort of about 7:30, because Gemma puts the kids to bed, where we might watch Netflix or hang out together. I put in the exact time when I have my Costa coffee, exact time when I'm going to go to the gym, exact time for meetings. Because some things you've got to put in, which maybe aren't rocks, but they're pebbles. Meetings, for example. I'd love to do meetings at 6 o'clock in the morning, but the world ain't going to have that. So I do my meetings 9:30 to 10, 10:30 to 11. 9:30 to 10, 10 to 10:30, and 10:30 to 11. So I have 3 meetings there, and that can be in 5 days a week. And then in the school holidays, it pivots because I'm pretty much out for the school holidays doing, so every morning till 12 it's golf. And then so my day reverses. I don't really work beyond 3 o'clock, ever.
That'd be nice.
And like I always do these interviews later in the afternoon. You wouldn't have been given a 9:30 slot for this, it just would have been impossible. So I don't let the world dictate to me what I put in. And then as you get more to do, you have to sort of compartmentalise it into more specific chunks. And then as long as you follow that and then tweak it every month when you think, do you know what, that's not efficient. Or I was doing that, but I kept getting interrupted, so I need to move that. Or my energy is better at 3, so I'll put income generating and vision tasks at 3. I actually get 80% of my productive work done between 5:45 a.m. and 8 a.m. I did it today. Every day, because I have my coffee and it gets me buzzed and you just keep refining it.